Welcome, welcome. Just giving us a quick check here if it's turned on. Oh, hallelujah! It says we are here. Well, welcome, welcome. It's been a little bit of a while since we've been on this thing last. So I want to see what's up to everyone who has shown up to hang out. Just giving us a sec here. Okay, we are live. Woo! We are here. We have
All
the new
right.
we have the new official setup here. This is rough edit. As you can see, the side of the screen's a little bit
Pretty
goofy.
close.
But as usual, it is myself, the NoobTube, and your future ex-husband-in-law. He is the one, the only. He is the Neolander.
What's up, everybody?
So I'm just gonna elaborate now because if you didn't know, or you do know, you don't know now, by now, whatever. The boys won. Tampa's officially the 2020 NHL champions. That's why we're late. So sorry, guys. We would have came here earlier, but duty calls, right?
Duty calls. The right team won.
Yeah, 20 people are gonna say it should have been Vancouver, but that's a different story. So it's been a little bit of a time since we've last actually gotten to do any talking in regards to our favorites thing, the one and only pro wrestling. So we're gonna get right into it. I know we were doing last time the episode where we actually had a bracket or two or six, but we're gonna
Yeah, quite a bit of them going.
yeah, but we're gonna backboard that whole thing for a few minutes, and we're actually gonna go and get into the skinny and actually talk about things that have happened on the shows.
For the last couple of weeks.
I was watching actually one episode, or not one episode, one clip. Have you been keeping up with? We're gonna go into actually the backyard wrestling, Impact. We're
Oh.
gonna dive right into that first of all. Have you been keeping track of
Oh
that?
yeah.
Have you been keeping
So
track?
I think I read up what you're talking about not too long ago
Let's see if you know what I'm getting
about All right. I think it was RVD and another star leaving. Yeah. That's pretty big.
Okay.
I didn't read much into it.
All right, straight up, be honest with me. Do you think she's plastic? Come on, be honest. I think she's plastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
for
like
sure.
I've seen. I think we've all seen a fair share of, let's call it parts, but yeah, that's some plastic shit right there.
Yeah.
The question is, what do you do? Like, if you're RVD, how old is he? Should we use reliable sources as always? Let's use
He's
reliable
like,
sources.
yeah. Let's see here. RVD Wiki. I'm gonna say he's in his mid 40s.
I think he's 48. He's up there. Because I heard he's
Oh my
43.
lord.
There's a big question mark, isn't there?
I think we're wrong.
What is he? He's actually 38.
Okay. Dude, he's 49.
So I was close. I was a year off.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
But no,
Damn,
seriously,
man.
like honestly, I think he should actually just. Well, what do you think? Because it's yeah. I like RVD, but like his new persona is really shitty. I gotta say it.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to see him on AEW because I know that's like half of what everybody is going to be like is like, oh man, he's going to show up on AEW. I'm like, I don't know.
Believe it or not, I saw some people saying, and I quote, "Come home."
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know if they come
to
back.
WWE?
Yeah, if they go back to Vinnie Mac's project, it's like, is it a good
Yeah.
idea? So
Mm.
I don't think
He
he
gets
should
the
go
money
back.
from it.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. With how things are going right now, I
What
don't
if
think.
it's a work?
That's the thing.
What
Though.
if
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, or not a work?
Shoot.
What if it's like a shoot?
Yeah, exactly. You
To
never know
get
though.
people like, because like, what if he just shows up at like the next event or like the next pay-per-view and they're just like, oh, what the hell? I thought he was fired. What is he doing here?
Hell in a Cell. That's what it is, right? I think it's Hell in a
Yeah.
Cell. Yeah. No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
so that's like among the biggest stuff that I've seen going on today.
Because I literally have a list of like topics, so this is gonna be a noob tube like special. Lock and load, kids. Let's get this doing. All right.
We're getting ready here.
Okay. I wrote down, besides RVD, I wrote down 6 topics. No, because this is like The Simpsons with McBain being president in the movie. There's 6 topics. So take your pick of what 6 topics you
All right.
want.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark for one because it's sort of one that I want to talk about, but I want to see where your thoughts are with it. And we're talking about anything over the course of any show in the last 2 weeks, right?
Okay. Which,
Okay.
yeah, I'm talking like all my categories are all the topics I wrote down are all about um, every show and anything wrestling related. It's not just like one thing.
Okay. I want to get this one out of the way
Go ahead.
because it's so fresh
Okay, let's
from
hear it.
the other day. So it's heel Roman Reigns.
Oh, piss
Chief.
off. Big
What's
Chief.
his yeah, it was a the big chief of the island now or something. That's his gimmick. And it's like,
That means right. He's got to start speaking Samoan. He's not gonna do it.
well, he might, but I could totally, if this is like really good, we could see him facing The Rock at WrestleMania.
Okay, well,
That's what the talks are now.
let's put it this way. He has the best talker in the game in his corner. Okay?
Yeah.
So they're setting him up for something.
Oh yeah. Something big's gonna happen here, but like,
I know
oh,
I know what
what a time to be in.
right? I know well, I mean I'm happy they finally pulled the trigger on Reigns properly, but it's still not I'm not sitting with it yet. I'm still waiting. I'm cautious. What I was going to
Yeah,
say is
it should have happened like 5 years ago.
5 shit should happen the year it should have happened the year after the Shield broke up.
Yeah.
But we'll go to that topic. That's forbidden territory. Sorry, Vince. No, no. Okay. In all honesty, like I'm not a big fan of it, but as like like our situation as podcasters, kudos. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say. As a personal opinion, screw it. Like honestly. But like
Yeah.
I was looking into it the other day, and apparently, no, you can take this how you want to take it because this is all like I said. As everyone sees that show, this is all stuff we learn on the fly. We all get
Yeah.
up information. We use reliable sources, and
Reliable. Yeah.
yeah, reliable sources. I was reading that someone said, why doesn't he make a family faction? Like that'd be so cool, actually. Like
But you
it'd
could.
be
They have enough.
yeah, Reigns, the Usos, Tamina, done.
Yeah.
And
That's it right there.
I guess occasionally they could throw in The Rock or Rikishi because Rikishi's making a lot of appearances.
Oh yeah. That would be. Yeah. I've seen enough like talk about it for
Yeah,
about the last year and a half that they should do that.
yeah,
Like, why haven't they? They've done factions for just about everything else. I mean, you had the Nation of Domination,
yeah.
and then you had whichever group was all white people, and then you had the Latin American Exchange.
Oh my God.
2 iterations of the Latin American Exchange, and
uh,
then there was
Social
what
Outcasts.
was it? The well, I was talking about the Mexican ripoff of NWO in
Oh,
WCW. What was it?
LWO.
The what
LWO.
were they called? LWO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
So I mean, why? And then you had the Hart Foundation that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So like, they should do this.
But
Make them all heels because they're all
oh,
good heels.
but like the Usos are so popular as heels that they'd be face almost. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We
Well,
can't.
it'd be like The Rock.
Yeah, that's true. Except The Rock did a really good job of it as a heel. He was actually entertaining, and everyone hated his guts. So. But speaking of factions, did you watch the new BTE?
Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you.
I finished it like I don't know about a half hour ago.
Okay, okay. So, what do you think
Yeah.
of John Silver's angle?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I don't know how they do it, but they just keep making the Dark Order funnier and funnier with each episode of BTE, and it's always fresh. man.
No,
And I love that they're sort of iterating it on Dynamite. But getting to your point, like, man, who else has like gotten more over on BTE that's in the Dark Order aside
mm,
from Brody Lee?
mm, good point. I don't know. I was watching it and like, I love how they actually called John Silver a muscle pervert.
Yeah. I forgot about that part. I thought you were referring to the part when they were singing Cody's entrance theme.
Oh, that was great too. So stupid, but it was good. Or like, what was that?
And then they sung Brody Lee's in the same tune.
Yeah, the same tune, just different words. You,
Yeah.
you know who would be actually, speaking of Dark Order? You know who they should pull the trigger on as a tag team out of the Dark Order is either Stu Grayson or Evil Uno with Anna Jay. Honestly,
Hmm. I mean, like, have them as singles with NJ?
no, like,
Or have them, like, sort of pull away and be the main tag group? Because there's, like, three different tag groups within the Dark
well,
Order.
no, like, okay, Brody and Colt Cabana, we're not too sure on how that's going. Um,
Yeah.
Stu Grayson and Evil Uno, those guys are freaking boss. Like those two together.
Oh, yeah, they're friggin' awesome, man.
Who's the other one I'm thinking of here? Um, what are they called again?
5 and
Shit.
10.
No, no, not 5 and 10. 5 and 10. No,
The Beaver Boys.
no, Allen Angels and 10 are actually a pretty cool team now.
Oh, yeah, Alan Angels and Preston
Five,
Lance.
five's, five's got some pretty bitchin' hair. Just,
That reminds me, Evil Uno was like, I don't know how it got there, but I found some in my underwear.
yeah, I remember that line. I was like sitting there like, what the hell?
It's like, what the shit, man? What's going on?
What I thought was really funny
Oh man.
was like if you look at the one part, Stu Grayson leaves the room, and then all of a sudden, like a heartbeat after he comes back in, and Anna Jay's got his ear and like her hand, she's dragging him back into the room, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit! It's like that. What's that gif of Michael Jackson eating popcorn and shit? That'd be me in my kid.
Yeah.
No, but like,
Watching it as it goes down.
man, she's gotten really over it with the Dark Order, honestly.
Yeah, it's really helped like so much. Like, gosh,
I mean, they're
man,
heels, but
the
they're
booking's been pretty good.
yeah, like. Oh, did you see Cody coming back on Dynamite? Oh,
Oh, you mean Robbie Rotten or Ronnie Rotten or whatever?
whatever they call
I'm
it.
joking. Yeah, that one dude from that one kids show.
Woo!
I don't know.
But
It's
when he popped out of the entrance, I was like, JR was like excited, but he didn't sound like super excited. So,
yeah,
um,
this was neat. I hope we're getting like everybody in the. It seems like everybody in the elite is becoming heel now, like
okay, be honest.
badass heels.
Yeah, no shit, eh? Be honest though, who do you think would be the biggest heel out of the whole group? I got two names, but who do you pick?
I think it'll be Kenny Omega or one of the Bucks.
I think it'll be Omega
Maybe not.
first. Omega be the. I think Omega will be the biggest one of the group. I mean, in Japan, he was.
Yeah,
I mean, he's only like 33, 34. He's not
yeah. I
very
think he's
old.
34.
He's only in his early 30s. That's
Yeah,
nothing. So
yeah,
it's he's got a lot of time to go still. I don't know. It
yeah.
what kind of astonishes me is like it's one thing that we do know that they're all going to turn heel. It's like when are they going to pull the
Mhm.
trigger and turn heel?
Yeah. I wonder if they're waiting to do that on Full Gear
That's
because it's like
next
that's
month.
like
No,
5 weeks away now.
what is it? I don't remember off the top
I
of my head
don't
what
know if
date.
that would be enough time. I'm gonna look it up from reliable
Yeah,
sources.
reliable sources indeed. No, I don't know. It's hard to say because like even if they do pull the trigger and bring them out as heels, right, and everything, and they change their personas and stuff, it's like okay, the
Yeah,
personas are changed now, but is there enough time to build up? Because like they still are trying to work
yeah.
on
It's
getting it.
about
What is it?
5 weeks away.
So tail end of October.
Yeah, basically it's like, okay, so you have 5 Dynamite episodes to build it up. Is do you think it would be enough, or would it be too long of a stretch?
But what they could do is, maybe if not like actually, they could pull the trigger, but like have them all together at Full Gear. But like, how do you call it? Do like the Undisputed Era did at the one pay-per-view for NXT, and have them come
Mhm.
and destroy, whether it's John Moxley or whoever it is, and then just leave. Don't even do anything. Just to come out, just pummel him, and then bolt.
So if they were to do that, they would have to do that on the pay-per-view show, or not pay-per-view, the Dynamite where Moxley defends against Archer, which is set for
Uh,
October 14th.
but he won't be able to do it.
Well, they're still advertising for it because by then it would have been about 2 weeks. Or am I thinking
It's
about October 7th? I'm fairly certain it's the 14th because it's still about 2 weeks away.
yeah, still true, true.
And yeah, um, but then like looking at it, it's like after that anniversary show, there's about
Okay,
3 weeks
hold
after that,
no,
and then it's Full Gear.
wait, no, the anniversary show. That's a 6-man tag match. Remember? It's
Oh, let's see.
it's Moxley, Allen, and somebody else against like Stars
Oh
Cage and somebody else. I can't remember who.
no, I think they were gonna do that this past week, but
Reasons.
because Archer had come in contact
The hooker.
with the virus, with the Rona, I don't think they're gonna be able to do that now. Yeah, so it's Archer and Moxley on for the anniversary show,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they. Yeah, judging by this, they haven't changed it yet.
So
So
okay. Let's since we're talking about it right now. Have you been following the
yeah,
procedures they've been putting into place for let's call them, let's make it easy and say both program or both brands, like Vandy Mac and Tony Khan's. Have you been following the procedures?
I haven't.
Okay,
No.
so from what I'm hearing is
Yeah.
apparently WWE. Apparently, if I might get this backwards, so bear with me. Um,
Yeah.
I think WWE is doing the like the cotton swab or some shit, or like the nasal swab.
Yeah.
That takes like at most a few hours or a day. And
Mhm.
once they do that thing, then they get the results, and then they can go to the show. But AEW just put in a second, we'll call it flag. So
Mhm.
basically, let's say okay, let's just say we're in Vancouver, okay, like
Yeah.
us. Let's say the tapings happen. Name somewhere in Canada. Name somewhere.
All right. Let's just say Victoria.
Okay. Okay, close to good enough. Or no, let's say let's say we live in Vancouver, and we have to go to Victoria for our shows. Okay. From
Yeah.
what they say is AEW says if you leave Vancouver, you have to get checked in Vancouver. And if you get the green light, you leave Vancouver. But when you get to Victoria,
Hmm.
you get checked in Victoria. And from what I'm hearing is they're doing the blood test or some crap like that, which apparently says that
Okay.
it gets done in 15 minutes and it costs extra cash. Now, what I'm getting
Hmm.
at towards you, if you were like both if you had both methods in front of you, what do you think would be better?
I would say AEW's way is better.
Yeah.
It's leaves room for less error because like even if you get the green light from where you are and then you go,
Mhm.
there's still the chance you can get it in between.
Cause like,
So
cause like
from
let's see how many guys. What do we say? We got the Young Bucks, Brian Cage, Brandon
mhm.
Cutler. Um,
um,
who else flies from? Well, let's go with those three guys. Okay, those four guys.
oh, Aubrey flies from there, and I think Alan used to, but he's living in Georgia now.
Okay, so let's just go with those five right there.
Yeah,
Okay, Young Bucks,
yeah,
Matt and Nick, Cage, Cutler, and Aubrey. Okay, those
Yeah.
5 will get tested in Cali. Whip over
Yeah.
to Jacksonville, and then when you get to Jacksonville, I think they said it's an off-site place they get tested at. And then if you've been watching, those of us, everyone who's watching right now, our episode here, people in AEW, if you're watching the shows, you'll see them. They'll be wearing. I mean, mine aren't the ones to display, but they're all wearing wristbands in the crowd. Like I was watching BTE earlier, and
Yeah.
Christopher Daniels had a couple of wristbands on his arm. That's because they're getting tested.
Mhm.
So at the end of the
Mhm.
day, in all honesty, I'd rather let's just call it $10. Okay, I'd rather pay $10 to get tested and have it be done right now than pay $5 and wait a few hours. If I had to
Mhm.
honestly choose like you did. So I don't know.
Wow.
It's a tough cookie right now out there. I mean, hell, I'm surprised it hasn't happened to us out here yet. Like I'm fully prepared if it has to happen that way. So
Yeah, I think it'll likely get to that if things get like really worse out there.
I don't know. I'm just hearing that those things are happening in big cities, not in little towns.
Oh yeah.
But you never know, right?
Yeah.
Knock on wood. So,
Yeah. Right.
but speaking of sick and like COVID related, next 3 topics are all COVID related. So,
Hmm.
do you want hints, or do you want me to just let you pick one of the 3?
Okay. I'm gonna pick one. Um.
So, what is it? 1, 2, or 3?
It. Oh. Okay. Let's go with 2.
Okay, okay. So we're gonna do a bit of a retro spin on this one. What do you know about James Storm?
I know that he's now a free agent. That he's no longer on Impact.
Okay, but
So
do you know the story about him that happened recently?
no, no, I don't.
So a few years back he was all like hardcore Impact. He was like excuse me. Wow, hold on. All the celebrating we're doing is getting to me. Um, with the whole Impact, he was like I eat, sleep, and breathe. He was part of Beer Money,
Yeah.
Bobby Roode, him, Tag Champs, all that shenanigans.
Yeah.
So the thing I read about him was that apparently he was supposed to be WWE, and he got into WWE, only stayed for a little while, and then he pissed off back to
Mhm.
Impact. But apparently the next rumor was he was supposed to debut again as a main roster guy after the recent WrestleMania.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw that online. I was like, that's some shit right there. So,
I think I saw something about that. I saw something about that. I think it was Wrestle Talk or something on Twitter that has one of those really clickbaity titles that they usually
oh, I know.
have,
Oh,
and
I
it's
know
like
someone who's bad for
really
that.
misleading. And I just commented on it, but I forgot what I commented.
There was
Uh,
actually, I won't say
but
names.
yeah,
I told this one in none of the older episodes we did. There was a channel on YouTube. I could send you the link, and you could look at it. And I've reported a lot of their videos on purpose because they're misleading. But one says
yeah,
that Sasha Banks got released. That's the video title. But then as soon as you go to
yeah,
the video, it says there's a picture of Bailey and her like holding like, each other, like their arms over each other, and it says Sasha Banks got released from hospital. And I was like, are you freaking
yeah.
serious? So,
Release. Wow,
yeah,
that's really misleading.
I'd say.
Okay, so all right, what's story number 3 that you have,
You
other than you having COVID over there?
oh yeah. I mean, all the partying we're doing right now to celebrate Tampa's win and giving me COVID. Yeah. Um, so you want number 3? You said.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say one name, and
All right.
you're gonna know or gonna say no. I'm gonna say one of 2 names, and you'll know exactly who I'm referring to. Ready for this?
All right. Yeah.
T-Bar.
Oh my god. Retribution. Oh my
Okay.
god.
So no, hold on. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
There's a ski hill out here where we live. To the viewers who are watching, that they actually have this thing called the
T-bar.
T-Bar, and I think if I'm not mistaken, it's for like
It's for the
rookies.
bunny hill.
Yeah,
It's
it's for
for
like
the
the
bunny
rookie
hill.
kids. It's like for like kids who've never actually skied or snowboarded. So what I'm getting at is, I don't know if you've heard, but apparently all of the core members of whatever they're called,
Yeah.
Nexus 2.11, apparently are quarantined.
Whoa.
Now, I saw a video about that and I commented, and I quote, I said to them, I said, that's probably better off for their career with those names. I'm sorry if I got given those names to my if I walked into Vince's
Oh
office,
my gosh.
if I walked in
Yeah,
and he,
that's just like when you tag me in like what their names were.
yeah,
My gosh.
I know, I was just like, I looked at that, I was like, what kind of horse shit is this? Like, oh my god. So it's yeah. Now, okay,
Yeah.
so is it just me, or I was watching one video about them? I think it was Mia Yim or whatever she calls herself, Revolution or Rebellion, or I don't know what she calls herself. Insert WWE 2K
Oh,
name here.
yeah.
Um, she was talking. Hold on, do I have one here now? Do I have one? The only way I can explain it is like this. Hold on. No, that's not gonna work. This will work. It's like if I started talking like this. So can you hear me? Like, look at me. Can you hear me right now? If you can understand me, please tell me. And then this is the best part I saw in the episode when I was watching one episode of Raw. This is what happened. So
Yeah.
she's talking, and it's like what the hell? Like I was like watching, and I was like, this bitch is serious. She's actually trying to talk, and she's like moving her mask, and she's can in this kind of shit on the screen. I'm like, are you serious, woman? Pretty soon she'll be doing like this kind
How?
of shit and fucking.
I mean, did they not watch The Dark Knight Rises?
No, because they want to sound like Bane. I don't freaking know. Don't even know. I
Man,
just
it's like, okay, they had a pretty good concept at first, but then it was, oh, okay, maybe a good concept at best at first.
yep.
And then it's like, oh gosh, they're making it stupider and stupider and stupider.
I would have rather them just all dressed in black and like every other week unveil a new member. Been like, let's say they started it in September, or no, when did they start? August? Yeah, August or some shit, like something back. And then like in like September they go, don't say when they're gonna do it. Just have like one of the guys destroy a whole bunch of people, and then he pulls off his hood and it's freaking Dijakovic or some crap, or Mia Yim, or I don't freaking know who. Sorry,
Wow.
slapstick. No, those names are
Man.
terrible.
Yeah, and it's like, gosh, why?
the only
Why? Well,
the only thing I can compare it to, and this is gonna be a throwback, so hold on to your chair if you want. The only thing I can compare the name choosing for Retribution is to when you were a kid and you wanted to change your Xbox 360 gamer tag, and you would hit that random button to rotate the frickin' wheel, and the names would pop up
yeah.
with like Sniper Pro 45 or your mom's a whore 69 or something like that. Like, that's what those names sound like.
T-Bar, Mace. What was the other one's name? It was like, I
Slapjack.
know that Slapjack.
Hold on. Let's.
It's like wasn't that a Jeff Jarrett insult back in the
No,
day?
Slapnut. Slapnut.
He might as well have been called Slapnuts.
Yeah, I could get. Might as well have just had him lead the frickin' the faction while we're at it. Listen up, Slapnuts. Okay, I'm using reliable sources, so hold on. Oh, where is it? When your device lags and you're trying to read an article. Doesn't say. I love how it's like, what's it called? Yeah, a male member who's wearing a mask reminiscent of Batman villain Bane.
Oh gosh. I
So
mean,
yeah, here are the names. I found them.
okay.
So it's T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack, and where the fuck
Oh,
Albert go?
isn't it Reckoning and what the heck was the other one? It's like Reckoning and it was another R word.
No, it's Retaliation and Reckoning. Yeah, so here it is. There's five
Gosh,
confirmed. It's Mia Yim as Reckoning, Mercedes Martinez as Retaliation, Dijakovic as T Bar because it's huge letters, Dio Madden as Mace, and Shane Thorne as Slapjack.
gosh, man, I feel bad for those
Dude,
for them.
Dijakovic just basically getting buried.
Gosh, they gotta have like okay. Would it be worse if they had like badass names or like even more horrific names?
If you think about it, whether they went with their actual names, like okay, let's just say they went with like they're actually like, the WWE treatment, and they went and gave themselves shorter names. Okay,
Yeah,
they're not gonna win, no matter what they do.
no. All right, so here's a different scenario.
Okay,
So would it be worse if they didn't have masks? If they
no,
just were their own masks and had their weird ass names? Or if they had their masks but kept their regular names? Which would be worse?
they would have been better. Yeah, they would have been better off using their actual names and using just like dare I use this term like Jabberwocky masks, like just plain white masks.
Actually, that would have been a heck of a lot better. That would have made sense. I mean, although we'd be now getting like, oh, here come the Jabberwockies to destroy the place.
Well, like I'm not saying specifically the white mask, but I get what you're saying though on that one. No, honestly, like, they would have been better off like coming to the ring. Like, okay, I don't know if you've ever followed Slipknot, but like they did a performance one time in some European country where all the members had masks, right? But the masks they were
Yeah,
wearing were just like their face looked like it looked like a layer of skin on their face. Like it was their face still,
yeah.
but it was like a clear like plexiglass. It was almost like that Cody Rhodes mask he had like 2000 whatever, where he had his like this facial structure,
Oh,
but like it covered their whole
yeah,
entire face. Or like you'd better off using one of those
yeah.
and like decorating the shit, not dot dot dot. So I don't know. I just it's just so stupid,
So, speaking of masks, somewhat, I
right?
was listening to the. No, wait, I should actually wait to bring this up. You still have one more point to bring up.
Yeah. So did you watch at all any Clash of Champions?
No, no, I caught a little bit of the highlights, but
Gold
no, I
Rush.
didn't watch.
So
I, from what I've heard, it's considered among the best WWE's Clash of Champions, which may not be saying much
I don't
because I
know.
can't think of any classic Clash of Champions pay-per-view at all.
I can't even remember any of them. So what I'm getting at is so from what I heard was the first part of this is I was reading that said uh who is it? Nikki Cross, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax. Sorry, Botch and
Oh,
Jax. Sorry,
yeah,
Nia Botch. Sorry. Those three were unclear to wrestle or some crap like that,
yeah,
right? But then I read something else afterwards that's like, apparently Nia Botch and Shayna Baszler were okay to wrestle. Nikki Cross was the one that was unknown. I'm like, what the hell?
yeah. I saw some headlines about that when I was scrolling through Twitter the other day. Like when I was on my break, I'm like, Nikki Cross is out from Clash of Champions.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. What's going on?
exactly.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, that was that was odd. Weren't they supposed to defend their titles there
And go
too?
for the SmackDown Championship.
Yeah. What the heck? So I wonder what the dealio was there. Did the article say, or just said that like they just were not cleared to go?
Retired.
Retired on top is probably for the best when it comes to Naya.
My dad's a huge fan of hers.
So,
Sorry,
so
sorry. That's
I
fat
did.
shaming. My dad's a fan of hers.
Oh my god. So, I didn't know this, but Shayna Baszler is actually old.
We talking like Chris, like Kenny Omega old, or Chris Jericho old, or Sable old?
We're talking like
Did she witness the birth of
older
Christ?
than older than Kenny Omega.
Okay, that's like 30
Like,
something.
no, she's actually 40.
Hmm.
Isn't like that's surprising to me. Like the fact that she can still wrestle, and I guess that's the mixed martial arts background in there,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that she's probably not, if she's not going through real fights, then
It's a lot
I
easier for
mean,
her.
yeah. So
It's not like
that's
it's not like she does any like backflips or crap like that. So
yeah.
if she did, then I'd be worried. No,
So
go on.
um, speaking of masks, earlier I was listening to the new Unrestricted podcast on YouTube, and it had the Butcher and the Blade on it,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
they sort of explained their gimmick on it, and they were basically just like the mercenaries for hire. They were the weird tough guys that you know, like the example they used was, oh, you got a dirty job you want somebody to do? Well, I know a guy. Let's call him. And they wanted to be a mix of that along with the villains in The Strangers.
Huh.
You know,
Yeah.
they're just doing that. They're just doing whatever they want to do for the fun of it. And have you ever watched that Nicolas Cage movie, Mandy?
Oh God, no. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen that.
Oh, well, once you've seen it, and be forewarned, it's a long 2.5 hour movie
Mhm.
where like the first hour is fucking slow and fucking like you would think you're on an acid trip while watching it,
So it's like I Am Legend, basically.
but worse.
Oh, I'm out.
Like the visuals get all like crazy. And then the villains in it, when you see the villains, you're like, oh, okay, I can see why they wanted to go for like a bit of an inspiration
Yeah.
from that.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm surprised I haven't seen yet. Is you
What's
remember
that?
in the old days when like you'd be like watching like some random Raw match, and then all of a sudden they'd be like, "Oh crap! What? So we gotta cut to the back. Something just happened." I miss those moments.
Yeah.
You don't see those as much
Those would
anymore.
be, yeah. Yeah, there isn't like anything like that to take away from a match, like at least in the middle of it, right? It's always just before it starts or
Mm,
after it ends.
exactly.
You know what gimmick I want to see come back?
Oh,
And I want
24/7 title?
no, no. Um, it's a bit of a play on how Bray Wyatt's Fiend character is so over.
Hmm.
But what if they had Doink the Clown come back and be like fucking scary as fuck?
Dude,
What if they had a clown come back and be fucking terrifying? And not even just be Doink. It could be somebody else. It could be whatever.
you do
Because,
realize, okay, to you and I, a clown is nothing, okay? But to some people, they see a
yeah,
clown, they shit themselves. So, so
yeah.
that's how
But like,
huh?
yeah, AEW and WWE have characters that are terrifying. Like the Fiend, and then there's Abaddon, and I guess maybe to some extent Luther, but he's a different type of terrifying.
He's
He's
just,
terrifying.
he's just weird.
Yeah, he's just.
His scream is freaking piercing.
Oh my gosh, that just reminds me of that singles match that Hobbs had with Serpentico, and Luther came out to ringside and was screaming.
I swear to God, I feel like Tony Khan was like, if you get the chance, let some screams off.
You probably will. Yeah. So, sort of, somewhat speaking on Dark, did you watch Dark last week?
A little bit, a little bit. I
Oh,
saw the
did
Miro
you
part. I
see?
saw the Cody part. There's other parts I saw that I can't remember off the top of my head. But what part are you talking about?
No, 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 no. Dark,
Oh,
the
Dark.
one on YouTube.
I vaguely remember it.
So, like, there were, two main events. The first co-main event, which in my opinion was match of the night, was Lee Johnson versus Ben Carter.
Okay.
That was actually like really good.
Hmm.
Um, did and then the other co-main event was Eddie Kingston versus Brian Pillman Jr., which was okay. But
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the whole Eddie Kingston thing, so I'm not really too keen on him.
I just think of him. I think his gimmick is just a street gangster,
What's he doing?
especially after.
Sucking off the fame of Lucha Bros and Butcher and Blade?
I guess so. I don't know, but I mean,
And the fact,
dude can cut a promo.
oh, he can cut a promo, but like, what the hell's the point of him?
I have no idea. I thought that angle was just for the battle royale at All Out, but like
Nope,
it's
apparently not.
still going.
Hmm.
So like, what the heck is their little faction called?
I don't know. It's the fact that like the Lucha Bros are tag champions in AAA, and Butcher and Blade are just Butcher and Blade from what I'm aware of. So I don't know. As soon as someone
Yeah,
can make some sense of Eddie Kingston, then I'll listen to him. But until then, I'm just kind of like about him.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I just see him as like a street brawler type when it
He's
comes to matches.
he's a lot like
Like,
Tully Blanchard. I'm sorry to say.
yeah,
He's just kind of there. Like I don't know.
yeah.
Like no disrespect to Tully
So
Blanchard, but like that's what I feel like he's doing. He's just kind of there.
yeah. All right. So did you catch the late night dynamite last week? Or even you know what happened on it though.
I went and watched the playback. I forgot to watch the actual full thing in full.
Hmm.
Wow, that was English right there.
So apparently they had a bunch of like all three matches were pretty good. Like Ben Carter and Scorpio Sky was really good. Like holy crap. They better sign Ben Carter. That kid, man, he's 22. He can be their future. Like holy crap. He had a couple of really good matches like back to back and
what I'm
man,
what I'm
we're not
wondering
going to see him for
is
like 2 weeks.
what I'm wondering is how much these jobbers get paid.
Yeah.
Like unless I'm getting
Oh,
like
yeah.
$5 or something like that to lose a match every week, then yeah, I'll take it at minimum.
So, like, speaking of jobber versus jobber, um, that Ben Carter and Lee Johnson match
Yeah.
was really good. And I wasn't sure who was going to win because, Ben Carter lost his debut dark match against, who was it, Ricky Starks?
Ugh,
And then, of course, Lee Johnson is like,
a lot.
and yeah, and whatever. And they had a lot of close pinfalls. Like, but there were points where I was like, holy shit, Lee's going to win. And then, he didn't, but like, it was a really entertaining match.
Yeah, I don't know. there's they need to like put a second show on the weekday instead of on YouTube, or else at least like I almost want to call it ditch some of the jobbers They keep using jobbers.
Yeah, yeah. So that's another thing I've been feeling is like they're signing a lot of people, but I mean, there's only so much space and screen time that two you can fit in 2 hours. And even if they get a third hour, which they're
They
trying to
shouldn't.
figure out, well, they're not going to do the raw thing, but they're going to, add another hour somewhere in the week.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they were doing late night dynamite to see how it would do with the ratings, with the lead in from the NBA playoffs.
Well,
But
NHL's done. NBA's still going. Baseball, I think, is done too.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So I think they would probably benefit if they put that other hour somewhere else in the week.
I'd say Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday night dynamite. Sure.
Well, I wouldn't call it Dynamite, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, three. It'd be about 3 matches a night on it, which is fine.
Hell,
Like,
what they could even do is the Saturday episodes. They could just pre-tape those ones.
yeah,
Just do like an
I
extra.
guess that would be a bit better because then if they just do it live, then they're doing the WWE thing,
Well, no, I think
and their biggest.
what they could do is like Tuesday night dark, Wednesday night Dynamite, Saturday ish afternoon, I guess we'll call it,
Yeah,
whatever, and then like film that one in the daytime on like a Thursday.
hmm,
See, that episode
yeah,
would be a jobber special. Tuesday would be like if you're a jobber, you're doing well, go on Tuesday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday would be like the episode where like people are doing like really good or like have storylines. They'll go on those two.
yeah,
Why aren't we writers?
yeah. Why aren't we hired? What
Tony
the
Khan,
hell?
Tony Khan, if you're watching, we might need a job or six.
Fly us out to Florida. We'll live there.
Shit, don't even joke. I'd be down in a heartbeat.
I would too, man.
Only
And
problem is,
even if it was just like for whatever there, just to work on that set, man.
no, it'd be a cool. I know. Watch it. Do you think do you think they should change the entrance for like pay-per-views? I think they should.
Yeah, they should like change it up a bit, rather like it still feels like Dynamite when they're doing these pay-per-views. They're like All Out still felt like Dynamite, just different lettering on the big Megatron there, and that was about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like with Clash of Champions, they actually changed the entrance, didn't they? They added a little bit of extra
I
fixtures.
Yeah, like do stuff like what they did with Bash at the Beach. They changed it up so it didn't feel like Dynamite. It was still Dynamite, but I mean, like if you're going to be stuck at Daly's place, then be creative with it. It's a pay-per-view. Like Full Gear should be, full of gears.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, they could. Oh my god. I don't know. I just. It's pretty bad when like if you follow the two big promotions, WWE
Yeah,
and okay, let's talk Titantrons and entrances, okay? WWE,
yeah,
like, we're not gonna include NXT. We're just gonna include main roster
yeah,
and actually no, screw it. Let's include the NXT main roster and AEW, okay?
yeah.
We're not gonna include Impact because that's a shit show. They
They
don't
don't have an audience.
their rings are louder than the audience.
Yeah,
But what I'm getting at is like, how do I explain this properly? Okay, let's use NXT for example. Okay, for the longest time
yeah,
they had the entrance with like the big screen here and the two side screens, and, like the row of lights, and then like a walkway and
yeah,
then a ramp down. Then they had like the one screen, no side screens, a little bit of lights on the bottom, and then like a fixture light at the bottom, and then like a ramp and then walk down. Now
yeah.
they just have one big freaking screen, and then some lights that point up at them, and then they have like a small little carpet walkway. So
Hmm.
I give NXT kudos for doing that. Raw and SmackDown,
Yeah.
unfortunately, they're sharing an entrance, but it looks way better than what it used to be. Like, what was up with the half pipe from Raw?
Yeah.
I'm gonna win the WWE Championship and hit the 900. Like, I'm sorry. I love. Was it? What was that one entrance? The Raw entrance where like all the things were like this, like the weird diamond bull crap on the sides. Remember
Oh
that? That's like
gosh.
circa 2000, like
What
early 2000s.
was that?
This is like when they were on TNT still
Yeah.
before, or TNN or whatever it was freaking called. And then like
Yeah.
SmackDown, I think we both can
When
agree.
Ruthless Aggression era started.
Yeah, SmackDown, we both can agree. The fist, that was the cool one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What was the other one? And then like
TNA had. Oh no. Yeah. Never mind.
no TNA, that's a dumpster. I mean, I came across TNA when I was younger, and I was like watching, I was like surfing TV, and I'm like, what am I watching? Like they would come with like the camera, and
Oh
it's like going like this onto your screen and shit, and I'm like,
yeah.
am I drunk? Like,
Oh man. Man, when I first discovered TNA, I was like, listen, I was watching this Matt Hardy interview, and he was talking about Jeff Hardy. I'm like, oh yeah, he's not in WWE. I wonder what he's doing. And Matt Hardy name drops TNA. I'm like, what the hell is TNA?
sorry, say that again.
So I look it up. I look it up. I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, they have all these former WWE guys. I'm like,
That's
okay, looks like they have a show on Spike on Saturday night. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I mean, it wasn't bad then. It wasn't until Hogan and Bischoff showed
and
up
Dixie
when it got
Carter.
bad.
Dixie Carter wanted their
Dixie
dicks
Carter,
basically.
yeah.
Uh,
But I mean, that that era, I think, influenced just as much of today's stars as Ruthless Aggression did.
oh yeah, no, it
Because,
oof, the rotation of people, just
oh yeah, like that triple threat match for the X Division title between AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels was
that's a that's
insane.
that's a that's a
Like,
cash cow right there. You just
like
see that on the card, you're
I,
like, sorry, what?
man, that X Division is pretty much the whole reason why we have like really good wrestling today.
In TNA.
I
Uh,
mean, that's why we see stuff like Tope Suicidas. That's why we see, Lucha Bros doing Lucha Bros
I
things, Young Bucks. Damn, man, like
don't know.
all these stars. I'm
Honestly,
convinced TNA influenced just as much, in my opinion, before they got bad.
yeah. Honestly, I think, like, okay, if I had to choose, Rock and SmackDown can keep their, Thunderdome, wherever the hell they call it this week. And then when they have
Yeah.
pay-per-views, change it up, make it look fancy. And then for
Mm,
NXT, keep that entrance, but for pay-per-views, use the Thunderdome like they did before, right?
mhm.
Now AEW,
Yeah.
what they should do. This is my favorite idea. I thought about this from like the old, old like I think Ruthless Aggression. It was like I forget what year it was. It wasn't the like it was like the late 2000s or sorry early 2000s. There was some pay-per-view that all they had was just a giant screen. It's all it was.
Yeah.
Almost like the one WrestleMania from recently. Like it was like one screen.
Mm.
Like
Just one screen.
it was just one big screen. It's all it was. It wouldn't be hard because
Yeah. So
like it wouldn't be hard. Like all they'd have to
it'd
do
be
is
better.
well,
I
like
mean,
it would like make it like purposely make it block the tunnels too. Like if it's gonna be full gear, put like fake gears on the outside of the Titantron that are rotating, and then boom, there's your and then like have it far enough forward so at least it blocks the original Dynamite entrance. Even it's not hard.
mm,
So I don't know.
I'm trying to think of like, I hope they do like a big setup or a fancy setup for the anniversary show of Dynamite.
One extra light,
Like a little bit more pyro.
harder pyro. Just you like walk out and you shit your pants. And it goes. You're like,
You could tell somebody matters when they have like big ass pyro on Dynamite.
hi Cody,
Cody,
Omega,
who else?
the
Omega,
Lucha Bros.
basically all the elite, the Lucha Bros. Gosh, I, yeah,
Orange Cassidy's power is pretty bitchin'.
it is. Yeah,
Oh.
he's even got it too. Like, man,
He still scares the shit out of me, hey? Like he'll come out
Orange Cassidy.
he'll come out to the ring all chill, and all of a sudden shit goes down, and it's just like you look at him, you're like, what? So I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that that Brody Lee match was pretty good. Like tossing Orange Cassidy around, beating the shit out of him, and then
My favorite when
Orange
he couldn't
Cassidy
stand up.
makes a nice comeback. Yeah, when he just kept falling over. That was great. I mean,
Oh.
that's a moment I wish there was like more crowd. That's a moment I wish they were doing in front of a full arena. I mean, I mean not right now, but like
In general,
to hear the audience reaction to that would have been big.
I think
Compounded too.
in all honesty, I think
Compounded too. What?
I was gonna say I think
Go ahead.
BTE is helping them out a lot too. Hey, in all
Yeah.
honesty,
Yeah. Like especially, I mean, after that match, when Cody came back, that would have been an even bigger pop too.
I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
I'm pretty sure the crowd would have like when I saw it, I was like, no way. But
I'm convinced that if Cody's theme song was a bit more easier to sing along to, people would be singing along to that the way they do for Judas. Because, I mean, to be fair and honest, like when I listen to Judas, I can understand what Chris is saying, versus Cody's theme. I'm like, okay, I don't really know what they're saying here. I can make out a few words, but I can't really sing along to it.
you want to know what they're saying? Go watch BTE.
Sing Brody's version to it.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh, so stupid. But yeah, no. You got anything else you want to throw onto the table? I was under the bus right there. That was the wrong topic.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I think that was all I wanted to bring up. Outside of, I'm kind of glad. Also, yeah, I'm kind of glad that they're sort of pushing Will Hobbs, like even if he's just helping John Moxley. But it's like, cool. They're actually utilizing somebody that's fresh in this scene here.
Okay, I'm gonna put it onto the table right now just to get it out in the open. Do you think they should have another title in AEW?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. I think they should wait until they have the third hour before having another title.
Okay, but like, what title would you put or would you make? Obviously a mid card.
Okay, here's a question. Would you have it exclusive to Dark?
No.
Or okay, so
it'd be just like a title that's just like you want to get your name out there, compete for like almost like the TNT kind of title, but like a different name.
Man, that would be like how what TNA did for their mid card title with the X division. They didn't want to, use Intercontinental or US, but like I don't know what I would call it. But yeah, it'd be for like it'd be for like actual mid carders. Because to me, the TNT title feels like it's just below the world title.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Brody freaking Lee has it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna take it away from him?
Nobody. Yeah, they're gonna leave it on him for a while. There's no way in hell they're gonna take it off of him.
Yeah,
They'll make it. They'll
and
they'll make it wait till like not full year. God no. If they take it off him at full gear, I'd be very surprised. They'll probably make it wait till like
Revolution.
yeah, Revolution. If they
It'd
take it
be like
off,
either Revolution or even Jericho's Cruise.
yeah, they'd wait for something like a big bang. They're gonna pull a trigger and they're like, oh,
Actually,
as a big thing.
I don't know if they would change it on Jericho's Cruise because I feel like the fans there would be like 100% behind Brody regardless.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like three months away at this point.
Unless, well, I mean, with COVID going on, it could be 6 months, right? Which sucks.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I don't think cruises will be going in like 4 months.
No.
So, yeah. But yeah,
Oh.
yeah, because TNT definitely feels a tier below AEW. So yeah, I'd be like an actual mid card title. But
Or even a
who would
cruiserweight
you put it on
championship.
first?
Who would have put it on first?
Cruiserweight.
I don't know. That's a tough one actually. Cause you
What
like
if they?
what? Oh.
I was gonna say, what if they called it like the light heavyweight title
No, that sounds
or
that's dumb. I like junior heavyweight. That sounds cool.
that was my next thing. It was like, yeah, junior heavyweight. That would be like
That's New Japan exclusive probably.
junior heavyweight. No, that might be. I'm sure they're able to come up with something for it there. But I don't know what else I would call it. But yeah, it would be for like the true mid carders, like the Sean Spears, the Kip Sabians, the fuck.
Yeah. No. I get what
I
you're
don't
saying.
know.
There's so many people you could call.
Yeah,
So yeah, with that being said,
but
we've put in an hour of power talking about that topic we all love talking about. Um, we're hopefully gonna do this properly next week on the actual Sunday,
yeah.
provided I don't get like molested with a boatload of busyness to do, or either of us, I should say, get into that one. But yeah, anything else you want to throw onto the table before we pull the trigger?
No, just be excellent to each other.
Yeah, love each other and don't get sick. I mean, kind of ironic that I'm saying that. But that being said, on behalf of myself and the man known as the Nealander, we'll see you guys in the next episode on Sunday. Sunday
Peace out.
specifically.